Welcome back folks to another personalized in-depth game review, and let me tell you about the fulfilling time I've had at Portia. So here we are enduring the second month of quarantine lockdown. You're tired of being stuck indoors and have been longing to re-experience nature, glimpse on its striking sceneries, and just eager to embark on a new adventure? Well, this game might just be that virtual avenue for you to satisfy those cravings in the meantime until the lockdown is over. Now, if you're familiar with the popular Stardew Valley game, then you might also be interested in Portia, as the background and general plot gist do share similarities. You have inherited a house alongside a piece of land on a new place, and now you're ready to venture into a fresh journey while providing value to your new community along the way. In a nutshell, you take the role of a builder, a master craftsman who can construct a wide variety of things ranging from simple furniture items to the more complex machines that would require larger stations to manufacture, as well as a number of diverse, intricate subcomponents that need to be crafted beforehand in order for you to complete the assembly installation. Know that these materials required for whatever machinery or infrastructure you're tasked to build doesn't magically appear out of thin air. Early on in the game, you have to hustle and grind by manually gathering raw materials, from chopping different trees for wood, as well as mining in the ruins for a variety of ores, and in the process, also uncovering stashes of parts and other resources along the way. Afterwards, you have to process these materials to turn them into the refined parts required to craft the components listed on the assembly diagram. Not gonna lie, it's an excruciatingly tedious process, I know, and you have to do this all year round, but hey, think of it as part of the challenge. This game teaches you about efficiency, particularly on the aspects of time and resource management, and that's what I love about it. But you know what they say, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, so throughout the 4 seasons in Portia, there are multiple social events each month that you can participate in. So let's start with spring. The day of the bright sun brings in a massive airship that drops presents around town, and the community races against one another to get them. This right here is what caught my eye in Portia, how majority of the townsfolk are just enthusiastic on actively participating in events, as opposed to the stereotypical NPCs standing idly in the entirety of other RPG games. It's just refreshing to see that here in Portia, the citizens feel more alive. Okay, so check this out. Right after the event, the community even huddles together for a group photo. Even my llama photobombed because it wants to be part of it. Personally, I think these little tidbit features reveal that there's truly a sense of community at Portia. Now, another event to look forward in spring is the fishing competition. It spans for 2 days, and the chances of nabbing rare catches are amplified. Know that you can do fishing all year round, and it's going to be one of your primary sources of high-yielding income apart from daily commissions. I only wish that they would integrate deep-sea diving exploration, because right now, with the exception of this glitch I stumbled upon, you technically cannot submerge underwater. So that is one of my suggestions for the developers. I'm hoping they would consider underwater adventures in their upcoming sequel, My Time in Duvos. So moving on to the second season. It's summertime, and we're kicking things off with Portia's very own martial arts tournament. You know, when I was young, watching The Karate Kid really inspired me to try out martial arts. I know this sounds cliche, but through hard work and dedication, I once achieved in becoming a Taekwondo champion in regionals back in the day, so winning that tourney in Portia really kicked in a nostalgic feeling. Now, speaking of reminiscence, for the second summer event, we have the Day of Memories, which is essentially a Halloween type of Easter egg hunt where you have to scavenge ghost badges instead. fellow participants you encounter can stun you if you get close, so as soon as I got enough badges, I just tactically retreated to an isolated place and pulled off a totally inconspicuous Metal Gear Solid Snake maneuver so that I'd get to keep what I've collected until the timer is up. Just a bit of sidetrack, folks. I just love the subtle references they have of other games. You got that iconic helmet in PubG, for example, which I've appreciated all the more because I just revisited the game this week thanks to that revamped snow map, and I managed to wipe out an enemy squad escaping with a well-placed sniper shot. You know, it really felt like pulling off one of those climactic moments in an action movie. But going back, if you're creative enough, you can even sort out a somewhat Bioshock reference in the game. Portia allows you to customize your character however you want it to be. So now that the Day of Memories event as well as my excessive nostalgic crossovers are finished, the townsfolk immediately rush towards the outskirts of the city to light up wishing lanterns. The Instagrammer in me opted to release my last lantern on top of a lighthouse for a more picturesque dramatic effect. Alright, transitioning to the third season. Did you know that you can bring your trusty steed into battle? JK, I meant for horse racing in the Land Run event. Depending on how well you've trained your mount, it is less likely to troll you, and you can actually blaze through the course, securing your first place title. We also have the Autumn Festival to look forward to, where you submit your largest crop in a contest. Just want to point out, folks, that farming is also another key feature in Portia, so if you want a sure shot winning entry, you can't always expect a winning crop to simply pop out of a box. You have to sow the seeds and take good care of your produce consistently, pretty much the same way I take proper care of my pet and shower an abundance of love and compassion to my farm animals. As the saying goes, you reap what you sow, and the efforts you put in definitely pays off here in Portia. My brothers, winter is here. Once again, the Portians join in as a community for the annual snowball fight. Personally, I would prefer if the participants could also throw snowballs back at you, and you'll have the option to dodge them. So that's another suggestion I'd like to throw into the devs to make it more challenging and interactive. Last but not the least, there are two cooking events in Portia. The one held in the winter solstice just requires you to pitch in random ingredients to the hot pot. I usually just spam a boatload of chili peppers, but if you want to exercise your inner chef, there is a cook-off contest held back at the Autumn Festival. It gives you a chance to create gourmet dishes by combining stuff, like how I experimented on cooking my signature Toby. Apart from all those aforementioned events, there's still a plethora of things you can perform in Portia. If you're just seeking for adventure, the vast open world map of Portia is ripe for exploration. You can venture deep in the marshes in search for treasure. Crikey, mates! Looks like we've stumbled into crocodile territory. That's a huge sign of trouble, but for an experienced adventurer, whacking these blokes should be a walk in the park. So now that we've reached our destination, it's time to start drilling. Here we go, boys. Time to grab the treasure and call it a day. Need to take a break from adventures? Well, you can just relax, unwind, and simply enjoy acoustic music at a concert. Folks, even your birthday can be treated as a special moment in Portia. You can see how the community expresses just how much they value you by willingly traversing through the rain to deliver gifts in front of your house. Personally, I think it's these meaningful moments that really makes Portia stand out as a heartfelt, player-centric game. Oh, and one last thing, folks, if you're the romantic type, there are creative ways to go on a date, such as enjoying the sunset in a hot air balloon overlooking around Portia. To conclude, this game has a little bit of everything for everyone, so go ahead and check it out. As always, I put an immense amount of effort to bring fun and insightful content, so folks, if you enjoyed this video, I really would appreciate getting support from the community. I'd be grateful if you would drop a like and share this video to your friends. I am gonna try to bring in more content soon, so please do subscribe to my channel to get the latest updates. Every bit of support helps. So that's all for now, folks. Stay safe and peace out.